Title: How Netflix Changed the World. The Untold Origin Story of a $200 billion Idea Intro. In 1997, two men mailed a single CD in a plain white envelope. It was a simple test. Could a fragile disc survive the U.S. Postal Service? That disc arrived safely the next morning, and with it began one of the biggest revolutions in entertainment history: the rise of Netflix, a company that transformed how the world watches, learns, and even thinks. But behind this billion-dollar idea lies a story of frustration, timing, risk, and a single late fee that sparked a global empire. The spark, a $40 late fee. It was the 1990s. Renting movies meant driving to a video store, scanning shelves, and returning tapes on time, or else paying late fees. Reed Hastings, a software engineer, rented Apollo 13 from Blockbuster and forgot to return it. When he finally did, the late fee was $40. He was embarrassed. But instead of anger, that embarrassment became curiosity. He asked himself, why can't movie rentals work like a gym membership? One monthly fee, no due dates, no late fees? That question would quietly become the seed of a $200 billion company. Cut to archival images of mailboxes, early web pages, home computers. At the time, DVDs were new, light, compact, and could easily fit in an envelope. Most people didn't even own DVD players yet, but Hastings and his co-founder, Marc Randolph, saw the future coming. The mailbox revolution. In 1998, they launched Netflix.com, the first online DVD rental store. It started with just 925 titles, the entire DVD catalog at the time. Instead of renting, Netflix sold the idea of convenience. Order from your couch, get movies by mail, keep them as long as you want. It was a radical idea in a world still addicted to brick-and-mortar stores. At first it struggled. People didn't trust online payments, broadband was slow, and most homes had no DVD players. But Netflix had patience and a plan. They experimented with dozens of business models: rental per movie, subscriptions, free trials. Then came the membership model: unlimited rentals, no late fees, flat monthly price. That simple shift changed everything. The rise and the rival. As Netflix grew, its biggest competitor, Blockbuster, barely noticed. In 2000, Hastings flew to Dallas to meet Blockbuster's CEO. He offered to sell Netflix for $50 million. The executives laughed him out of the room. They believed mail-order movies were a joke, but within 10 years, Blockbuster would vanish, and Netflix, it would reinvent itself. Again. Reinvention, streaming. By 2007, Netflix saw a storm brewing. DVDs were convenient, but the internet was faster, cheaper, and global. The founders realized, if we don't disrupt ourselves, someone else will. So they built Netflix Streaming, a platform to watch movies instantly online. No postage, no waiting, no physical media. It was risky. Studios resisted. Internet speeds lagged. But Netflix persisted, investing heavily in technology, algorithms, and user experience. When they launched Watch Instantly, it felt like science fiction. The world's entertainment habits would never be the same again. Data, algorithms, and the art of knowing you. Here's where Netflix got truly scientific. It didn't just stream content, it studied every click, pause, and scroll. That data became Netflix's secret weapon. It learned what people actually watched versus what they said they wanted. It used algorithms to predict preferences, personalize recommendations, and even decide which shows to create. This led to Netflix originals, stories crafted using both data and intuition. The result? Hits like House of Cards, Stranger Things, and The Crown, shows designed for niche audiences that became global phenomena. The philosophy behind the brand. Netflix's real innovation wasn't technology, it was mindset. It believed in constant reinvention. It built a culture that rewarded experimentation and embraced failure. Its rule: don't cling to what works today. Build what will matter tomorrow. From DVDs to streaming to global storytelling. Netflix never stopped evolving. It didn't follow trends, it created them. Today, Netflix operates in over 190 countries, producing stories in more than 40 languages. Its journey is more than a business story. It's a story about vision, timing, and courage to change. It reminds every creator, entrepreneur, and dreamer the world doesn't reward the biggest, it rewards the boldest. All it took was a late fee and a man who asked, could there be a better way? If you enjoyed this story, remember, every great innovation begins with a small frustration. Who knows? Maybe your next idea is waiting in your own everyday problem. This is Business Origins, where ideas become revolutions. Subscribe to discover the next story that changed the world.